Welcome to Gonti Black Friday. It's been a long time. As far as our opening hand goes, it has. Way too long. We've got two swamps. We've got Read the Bones. We've got Viscera Seer. We've got some good options. We've got Crux of Fate, which is going to be a very good board wipe. We've got a late game threat in Gravetide. I think we keep on this one. There's no reason to ship this one back. You know, I always like to have some sort of mana ramp in Gonti, because being able to get to Gonti pretty quick is always a good thing. But yeah, hopefully we just hit that third land, and then we've got Read the Bones, so I like that. So let's go and lead off with Viscera Seer, and then anything else, let's go and pass the turn over to our opponent. Hope you're excited for some Black Friday deals, or at least hopefully Meren is. We're going to be digging around in that Golgari graveyard for some good stuff. We're playing Gonti, well, not the graveyard, but the library. We're playing Gonti, Lord of Luxury. Whenever Gonti enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of target opponent's library, exile one of those face down, then put them on the rest of the bottom of your library. Sorry, I was looking at Green Sun Zenith. Basically, look at the top 4. We get to cast one and spend our manas or any color to cast that spell. And they don't know what it is, which is always a lot of fun. Now, with them going Green Sun Zenith on Dryad Arbor, I'm totally okay going for Go for the Throat on this one. Yeah, I like this. Let's go for the Throat on Dryad Arbor. This can be 1-2. Let's do it. All right, let's going to get rid of Dryad Arbor. Let's go and swing in for a 1-1. I like this. Swinging across anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. Playing against Meren. Whenever another creature you control dies, you get an experience counter. Then, at the beginning of your end step, choose target creature card in your graveyard. If that card's mana value is less than or equal to the number of experience counters you have, return it to the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. So with that Go for the Throat? We could have held on to it, but you know, typically if somebody's going to Green Sun Zenith for a Dryad Arbor and we've got some spot removal, I really like going for it. All right, so we do not hit the land drop for the turn. That is a major bummer. Let's go on swinging for 1. And then anything else, pass the turn back over. Yeah, that's a bummer. I was hoping we could hit Read the Bones and then curve out into Gonti, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to get that. But yeah, with Dryad Arbor, at least getting that off the battlefield, you know, maybe they have Cultivate in their hand and they're banking on Dryad Arbor sticking around or something like that. Then we can get rid of it. But it looks like our opponent's actually just going to go for Overgrown Tomb and to play tapped instead of paying that too, so we'll take that. What we might end up doing is seeing what they end up going for. We'll probably still end up going for, yeah, we're going to go on Crack, Viscera Seer. Yes, we're going to use it to its own ability. Viscera Seer likes that. We're going to get a Scry and a Scurry and a Fever for 1. Definitely going to put that on the bottom because we need a land to go for Read the Bones. And we'll see what they end up naming with Phyrexian Revoker. I would assume that they would have named Viscera Seer, so we'll see what sort of blind fire they've got over there. It's always fun to... Liliana of the Dark Realms. All right, well, our opponent whiffed on that one because we do not have Liliana. Let's see if we hit that third land. All right, Chrome Mox. Hey, that is... technically a land, so we will take it. So let's go Chrome Mox. Just exile non-artifact, non-land card from your hand. I think what we're going to go for is Josuves. Because that's going to be 6, that's going to be 10. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go Josuves, and then let's go for Read the Bones, and hoping that we run into a couple lands off this Read the Bones. Oh, there we go. Now, do we want coffers? Let's actually put coffers on the bottom, and then we're going to put Soul Ring, I guess, on top. All right, there, beautiful. All right, so let's lead off with Swamp. Let's go Soul Ring. Okay, we are back in this game, and then anything else, let's go and pass the turn. So if our opponent does, yeah, that was a beautiful Read the Bones. Chrome Mox into putting, you know, coffers is a nice card to have, but it's also one of the cards that you want to get late in the game. Not early in the game, and then to be able to run into Soul Ring and still hit the lane off the card draw. That's a pretty good feeling. We do have Crux of Fate, so if they're going to go Phyrexian Revoker, I feel pretty good about skipping Gonti this turn and just going for Crux of Fate just to kind of hit the reset button. I think that's a pretty good option for us. We are at the point now to where we can just straight up go for a Grave Titan, and so we kind of go Crux of Fate, Grave Titan, and then try to go for Gonti. I think that sounds like a pretty good plan. I like that. Like, get some pressure on our opponent. Okay, and that's going to be Wasteland. So let's get Wasteland down. Let's go for Crux of Fate. Definitely going to destroy all non-dragon creatures. So it's going to get rid of Meren, that's going to get rid of Phyrexian Revoker, and it's also going to get rid of Dryad Arbor. Now, it does give them some experience counters, but at this point right now, just hitting the reset button to where they don't have enough mana to go for Meren, I like having that happen. So they do get the experience counters, but Meren's going to be 6 now, and that gives us plenty of time to go for Gravetide. We're actually looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 total mana. If we hit the land drop for next turn, we're looking at an Army of the Damned, which might even be better than just going for Gravetide. And, you know, if we can get Army of the Damned down, it doesn't matter if they go for Meren and Dryad Arbor or Phyrexian Revoker, we'll be in a pretty good spot. So with Phyrexian Revoker, let's take a quick look at Phyrexian Revoker. Enters the battlefield, activated abilities with the chosen name can't be activated. So that does hit something like Chrome Mox. And so if they do have a free Meren spell, that is something we do want to watch out for, but wouldn't be the absolute end of the world. Let's go for Castle for the land drop. And so this does put us on Army of the Damned. They've got 3 cards left in the hand. I think I kind of like going for this. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Alright, so go for Army of the Damned. That's going to be 13 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. If they have a board wipe, they've got it. If not, we put ourselves in a very good position to start chipping away at our opponent, because the thought of them just going Meren into grabbing Dryad Arbor or Phyrexian Revoker doesn't sound like that good of a plan. Alright, there we go. Opponent's going to scoop it up on that one. I'll take it. A little bit of a quick game right there, but hey, that's how Gonti Black Friday is sometimes. You know, Meren showed up and Gonti said, hey, what you got going on? Check these zombies out. So, but anyway, I'll see you in the next game. Alright, bye. Welcome to Gonti Black Friday. As far as our opening hand goes, we've got kind of a weird hand. So we've got 2 lands. We've got Snow-Covered Swamp, Command Beacon. We've Demonic Tutor to grab something like Ancient Tomb, Grey Merchant. I think we ship this one back, because even if we Demonic Tutor for something like Phyrexian Arena, it still kind of puts us in a weird spot. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go and go for the mulligan. And yes, we will keep on this one. So let's go ahead and put, I think at this point, I think we'll put Erebos on the bottom. I like that. We've got some spot removal, destroy target creature. We have a little bit of a mid-range kind of threat and dead presence. Click OK, and our opponent's on the play, so we'll be able to draw another card. But yes, we could have kept the opening hand, but, you know, it's just always nice to have 3 lands in an opening commander hand, because recorded the land. I don't know if I'm splicing whatever Gonti video together, but we kind of got stuck on 2 lanes for a little bit, so that was kind of a little bit of a bummer. Let's make the lane drop for the turn, then anything else, let's go and pass the turn over to our opponent. We're playing Gonti, Mr. Black Friday himself, Lord of Luxury. Whenever Gonti enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of target opponent's library, exile one of them face down, then put them rest on the bottom of that library in a random order. And we get to spend our manas over any color to... Oh, look at that. That is a Soul Ring. I like that. All right, so let's go Snow-Covered Swamp. Let's go for Soul Ring. And then let's go for Worn Power Stone. And see if our Muldrotha opponent thinks this is fun or not. Let's go for it. Why not? All right. Get down Worn Power Stone. Anything else, pass the turn. Playing gets Muldrotha. The Gravetide. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a permanent spell of each permanent type from your graveyard. You know, if you're new to Magic and you know that wording is confusing, if there's an artifact in our opponent's graveyard, if there's a land in our opponent's graveyard, planeswalker, enchantment, anything that sticks around on the battlefield, you get to cast one of them per turn, and that's what makes Muldrotha so much fun. You get a lot of good stuff moving. Oh, so we actually run into Phyrexian Arena, which I think if we set this up right, 1, 2, 3, 4, we go Dread Presence. Yeah, I like this. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is good. All right, so we go Dread Presence. Oh, look at this mono black value right here. All right, so we're going to go Dread Presence. Let's make the lane drop for the turn. That's going to allow us to draw a card. Draw a card, lose a life, and that's exactly what we're going to do in Gonti. Draw into Merciless. Let's go for Phyrexian Arena. And then anything else pass the turn over to our opponents. Like Gonti is like, where have you been, buddy? We hadn't had a game in a long time. We did cover both commanders. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, TCG Player. If you go to bit.ly/JoltMTG, that's going to apply my affiliate link, allow you to get some cards. Next time you're in the market to get some cards, if you want to help support the channel, please consider using that link. Let's give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders and, of course, Ink Gaming. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. But if you're keeping score at home, it is officially free time. Let's have some fun, and I am digging where this game is going. I like this a lot. So we've got Merciless Executioner. Let's see if we hit a land off of Phyrexian Arena or our draw step. Okay, so we run into Night's Whisper. So we're sitting at 3. I still like going for a Night's Whisper because we can still end up going for Merciless. So let's go Night's Whisper because we really want to start hitting these basic swamps. We've got a ton of them in here. With Merciless, we can go Read the Bones. Yeah, we want to get rid of Oracle. I think that's going to be pretty good for us. So let's do this. So let's get rid of Oracle. Or if they end up going for Titania, well, that's going to be a token on the battlefield either way. So that's really not going to be that good. So, or we could end up going for Gonti with Titania on our side of the battlefield. Now that I think about that, I think that sounds pretty good. We don't have a land to return out of the hand. But at least getting Titania on our side, yeah, that sounds like a pretty good option. So let's end up doing that. So let's make the land drop for the turn. That's going to be Stronghold. Okay, so I was trying to do the mana math in my head of leaving up black mana potentially for Merciless, but I don't think no matter how we tap that down, we would have gotten it. So, all right, so we're looking at Obnixilis, Titania. To be perfectly honest, at this point, I think we just end up taking Obnixilis. They're not going to know if we took Titania or not. I mean, they'll see it in the library, but yeah, I like Obnixilis. That's pretty much fits into our game plan, what we would end up going for. And that's going to be Putrefy on top of their library. So, anything else? Let's go and swing in for a 3-3. You know, if they want to block with Oracle, they certainly can. They also have the Yavimaya Hollow activation if they want to end up going for that. But let's try. Going to try our best. Yeah, they end up going for that. There we go. Every point of damage matters in something like this. So we're going to put Putrefy on my little notepad next to the desk, and then anything else, we'll pass it back over there. So, but yes, officially free time. But yes, with Gonti, it's been a long time since I've played Gonti. Just kind of went through some stuff with Magic this kind of past year. You know, I've been, if you're new to the channel, if you've been here since the beginning, I've been doing this for about 4 or 5 years. And it was just a combination of life stuff and Magic stuff. The number of sets that have been released, the number of commanders that have been released recently has dramatically increased over the years, and that has definitely led to some burnout. And so, if we're being perfectly honest, yeah, just kind of trying to keep up with the rat race of brand new commanders and all that stuff. I'll get into that here in just a second. Let's get some stuff moving. Let's go for Castle. And I like this. We're going to get a good 2-for-1. So let's go for Vraska's Contempt on Muldrotha. That's going to be 1-2. Yeah, I like this. Vraska's Contempt on Muldrotha. We're going to exile Muldrotha. And then let's go for Merciless Executioner. That's going to be 1-2. We will have to sacrifice a creature, but at least we're going to go ahead and get rid of Oracle. Oh, yeah, this is exactly what we need to get moving. So we'll have Merciless Executioner. We're going to sacrifice Merciless, and that's going to be Oracle over there. And we still have 2 left. Let's go ahead and push in for 5. Get Gonti going into the red zone, knock them down to 23, and then pass the turn. But yeah, I ran into some really big burnout. I had some family stuff come up, and of course, if you don't know, I'm my production assistant, Loretta. She's 1.5. She's going to be 2 in November. I've been trying to balance family life with channel stuff, and I just kind of tried to do everything at once, and it was just not fun. It was kind of overwhelming for a little bit, so that's kind of why I've been taking random breaks here and there. But I'm excited. I'm excited to get back to some of these old commanders. Like, I've got some concepts for Omnath Road Rage. Just simply getting back and playing Gonti, getting Phyrexian Arena triggers going. It feels good. Reminds me why I do this. All right, so we've got Kaya's Ghost Form. And let's go for... I think we just go Obnixilis on this one and hold on to our spot removal. It's going to be 1-2. Yeah, we go 1-2... And that still gives us Poison the Cup mana. Okay, all right, so we're going to go for Obnixilis. Let's go for the -3. We're going to destroy Muldrotha. One of the things about Muldrotha is if you can just keep her off the battlefield, you're in a pretty good spot. So let's go and push in. That's going to be Dread Presence and Gonti swinging in for another 5, drop him down to 18. And then we will pass the turn. Now we're actually in another really good spot. You know, let's say our opponent has a board wipe or something like that. We have Undying Evil. We can give Gonti Undying Evil, and that's going to make Gonti come back onto the battlefield. We'll see if they end up popping that Wasteland. We'll always add that black mana in response to that anyway. But if we can keep sending Muldrotha back to the command zone, eventually that command tax is going to be so high that Muldrotha can't bring herself up out of the Swamp Creek or wherever she lives, and he or they live, and It's going to be hard for them to get that moving. So we'll see what this is going to be, but we're in a good spot. We've got some good options. We've got Poison the Cup that's going to be spot removal. We've got Read the Bones that we can go for if we don't do anything else. We've got 2 different ways that we can interact with Gonti coming back onto the battlefield. We do have Grey Merchant, which we're sitting at some really good devotion right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looking at 9 devotion, which is a pretty good feeling. And so... and then, especially if we get Kaya's Ghost Form down, that's going to be another devotion for Grey Merchant. In fact, we may end up going for Grey Merchant next turn. I think that sounds like a pretty good plan. But we'll see what they get down. But this is it's going to be Putrefy on Dread Presence. Which, do we want to burn Undying Evil that bad? Because we get a land drop for next turn. That's going to drop it down to 16, 5. That's going to put them at 11. And that'll be really, really close. No, let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's go Undying Evil on Dread Presence, because that's going to keep us on devotion, and we might be able to use that Lightning Helix style effect to kind of drain the game out. So let's go and bring Dread Presence back onto the battlefield. That's going to make it a 4/4/2, which is going to be a pretty good chunk of damage. Oh, look at this board state. This is beautiful. I know Gonti's happy right now. Let's go Phyrexian Arena. We're just looking for a swamp. And then we run into Go for the Throat. So let's go and plus up on Omnixilis. Hopefully we can hit a basic swamp. If we don't, it's A-okay. Cryptghast. Let's go for Read the Bones. It's going to be 1, 2. Because if we can drain them right now... Oh, there we go. All right, so let's put Supernatural Stamina on the bottom. And then we'll put Snow-Covered Swamp on top. There we go. All right, so we hit the lane drop for the turn. Let's go Snow-Covered Swamp. Let's go ahead and deal 2 damage to our opponent. It's going to drop them down to 16. And let's go for Kaya's Ghost Form onto Gonti. And then that's going to be us going for Grey Merchant. Let's go and swing in for 6. I like this. Yeah, swing in for 6. It's going to knock them down to 10. And then with Grey Merchant, that's going to be some... Yeah, I was trying to figure out if we could get down Cryptghast too, but I don't think we have enough mana, because it's 5 for Grey Merchant. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Mox Diamond, and then that's still going to be... Yeah, not enough. So let's go for Grey Merchant. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 4. We go for Mox Diamond. Yeah, either way, we're still kind of out on that one. So let's go for Grey Merchant. There we go. I was thinking we could get in just enough, but that's still going to leave... At least it still leaves us open on Go for the Throat. So let's have Grey Merchant enter the battlefield. Oh, look at this. This is just absolutely beautiful. We've got Mox Diamond online. We're going to be able to add any color and then still be able to go for the Throne on the back end. This is going to be 1, 2. Oh, yeah. There we go. And I think that's... There we go. Knock him down to 0. We've got it. Just enough. I must have miscounted somewhere. So there we go. That is a wonderful Gonti Black Friday show. I'm very happy. It's been a long time since we played Gonti Black Friday. And to get just a beautiful showcasing like that, that is a wonderful feeling. Especially get something like Muldrotha, just being able to keep her off the battlefield. But yes, long story short, happy to be back. I'm ready to go back through some of the old decks that I used to play that brought a lot of joy to the channel and a lot of joy to you out there. And anyways, if you enjoyed your time at Gonti Black Friday, hey, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.